Hello, fellow Star Wars fans and toy aficionados, action figure collectors, and all you guys out there in the, YouTube land world thing, dealy. Yeah. Hey, it's John again from the SuperAwesomeGeekShow podcast and now YouTube channel. Find us on iTunes. You can listen to us geek out about all kinds of crazy things. I want to keep this one quick and simple because I actually want to open all three of these guys at the same time. Rey, Jakku with BB-8, Chewbacca, Finn, Jakku, all from Star Wars The Force Awakens. I'm going to show you each box individually, then we're going to bust these things open and show you all three figures. I've been enjoying opening these up in pairs, and since I want to do three of them actually at once because I have a feeling that Finn and Chewie will be paired up a lot in the movies. I just have this weird feeling that the life that's going to pass on to Finn, just a guess, no inside knowledge there. So let's get right to it. I think I need to close my blinds. One sec. There, that's better. Yeah, my window is open on the other side of the apartment, and I think it's a really sunny day, so it was reflecting off all the trees and sunlight and stuff, and you couldn't see Finn at all. Alright, front of the package, here's Finn, looking great with a blaster weapon. Finn, Jakku. Star Wars Force Awakens at the top, he looks awesome inside the bubble. He's number 1 of the assortment. Here's the back of the packaging. Star Wars Finn, he's got a little, 4 languages worth of, I'll read it to you. And a nice picture here of Finn's face. See his face there pretty good. And let's get to reading his little blurb on the back, alright? Finn from Jakku, a trained warrior desperate to escape his past. Finn is plunged into adventure as his conscience drives him down a heroic but dangerous path. And if any of you need to or want to read the other languages, you can pause it and read those. Alright. Chewbacca here is first mate on a ship that might suit us. Chewbacca, The Force Awakens. Nice picture of Chewie there on the front. Chewbacca on the bottom. Flip him around. He is number 5 of the Force Awakens first series assortment. Again, all the languages. Nice picture of Chewie on the back. Disney Hasbro. Don't eat him, you'll die. All that stuff. And we'll come in close for you to see that photo on the back of him. If you can. Oop. You can kind of see it there, right? Chewbacca, the faithful first mate and co-pilot, Chewbacca has loyally stood by his captain's side throughout the twisting fortunes of a galaxy in turmoil. Now, notice it just says captain's side. It does not say Han Solo's side, suggesting that Captain of the Millennium Falcon, in my mind, it suggests that the Captain of the Millennium Falcon changes in the film. So we shall have to see if that's true or not. I think it's going to be Finn and Chewie using the Millennium Falcon. Here's some of those other languages for you. You can pause again and read those if you want to. And here we have Rey from Jakku with BB-8. You can see them. They look really good in the packaging. My Rey's head is turned. I don't know if they all come that way. If I were leaving her in the box, I'd rather her facing forward. But who cares, right? Nice picture of her in BB-8. She is number 2 in the series. And there's the back again with all the don't eat her, don't swallow BB-8. That kind of stuff. Get in close so you can see that photo. You can kind of see it there, right? Rey, Jakku, and BB-8. Rey is a resilient survivor, a scavenger toughened by a lifetime of dealing with the cutthroats of the harsh desert world of Jakku. BB-8 is a spherical, loyal astromech droid of the Resistance pilot Poe Dameron. So my question is, how does BB-8 end up with Rey? Is Poe on a secret mission that somehow causes Finn to defect they both crash land, or maybe Finn crash lands on Jakku and Poe follows him down. And then for whatever reason, BB-8 and Rey end up together with Finn, because we see the three of them together running from TIE fighters, shooting around, you know. So yeah, lots of questions and lots of speculation here that we can pick out from reading the backs of these boxes. But we all have to wait and see. It is all pure speculation right now. We have no inside knowledge, and it could be something completely different than what any of us are thinking. And hopefully it is. That would make the story that much better if none of us guessed correctly, right? There's the other languages if you want to read them. You can pause again. Alright, I'm going to open all three of these up. I think I'm just going to do it off camera and then bring out the figures, okay? Because, I mean, you guys have seen how to open up a box from the Black Series Star Wars a million times by now. So I'll just quickly open them off camera, bring the figures back in, and we'll go through each figure and give you a quick review on what I think of them, alright? Be right back. Alright, there we go. We have all three of them out of their packaging. There's one thing I can tell you I like already. This version of Chewbacca can hold his bowcaster in a straight line along his arm like you see in the films and everything else. The other Chewbacca, I never have been able to get him. It always holds it cocked in some weird angle, and I've never liked that. So for I don't know I can't exactly tell what's different between the hands, the joints or something. Or maybe it's just the way they sculpted the forearm. He's already in a box somewhere because I don't know where to display my 12-inch or my 6-inch Black Series figures yet. Otherwise, I'd grab them and pull them out now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, this is Finn, Rey, BB-8, and the new Chewie. So let's just stick with them. Rey looks awesome with BB-8. I'm really loving this BB-8. I think this is fantastic. I mean, for just a small little toy that was tucked in with her, I mean, he's amazing. It's really, really good. Wait till we get a close-up of him. Finn looks really great. His face makes him look kind of like he's upset. He's like, oh, I'm pissed now, man. You know, I had to attack the block, and now I got to, you know, this Force Awakening thing. You know, what? Jeez. I'm never going to be able to rest and just play a PlayStation game, you know? Let's get into each figure. I'll show them real close up in detail, all right? Okay, Rey and BB-8. First, I want to bring BB-8 just a little bit closer to the screen here and put him in the forefront so you can see this. He's quite simply amazing. His head turns. It'll go all the way around if you want to do that. And it also has some slight movement in there. There's like a, I don't know what you want to call that, but so I think that's kind of cool. All the detailing on every side of him is just amazing. I'm wondering if these things are going to spin around and like do different functions. And like if that's an arm that'll open up. You know, astromechs usually have multiple, you know, like these could be arms or little doors that open and things come out. Because astromechs are known to have, you know, look at R2-D2. He had so many different arms and different appendages that came out. I'm just wondering if we're going to see that on him. I think we will. And it's going to be cool. Big eye for viewing. Another eye that's sort of an R2-D2-ish reminder, you know. It's like the new century, the new astromech droids. I'm sure just like we update our iPads and iPhones and all those things, that in the Star Wars universe they update their astromech droids and other droids, you know. Some stick around for millions of years, others, you know, new ones come on the market all the time. Rey herself, typical Black Series, she, you know, her head moves, her arms can go anywhere, she can strike a lot of different poses. Her weapon's very cool. It's got this extra little strap on there, so you know, you kind of can put it like over her shoulder, right? I guess it would go this way because they kind of have it contoured to her. It's a little difficult to get it actually up there, but you could do that. Something like that, I guess. Right? Or would it look better on this side? Yeah, right? Much better. You know, you could kind of pretend the strap is over her shoulder like that. And she could run with it. I'm out of here! Get away from the TIE fighter! You know. She has lots of arm movement there. Twisting elbows, hands. The hands can cock in, you know, just like any other Black Series. You know. Ooh, 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 patty cake, baker's man. And, let's see, she's got actually kind of like a little, if you can see that, it's like almost a small little ball joint kind of thing, because she can rock in and out and swivel around. So it's kind of, you get double action. She can do the twist, you know, chubby checker. Come on, baby, do the twist. Come on, you know, yeah. And you can see her legs through the cloak, which I think is pretty cool. It's a nice touch there. This seems to be like a separate piece. This is a separate piece. This is a separate piece. Cool little pouch on the back of her. It's, you know, lots of detail in this figure. These allow for pretty good leg movement. She has leg pivot, just like a lot of Black Series figures, and her knees bend at the joints, and you can kind of see those Daisy Ridley legs that she has. Ooh la la, right? All right. Rey and BB-8 with weapon. We'll bring Finn into the forefront. Finn can strike some really good poses. Lots of flexibility in this character, and I kind of like that pose there. He's got a mean, bad look in his face, you know, like he's ready for business, you know? It's my theory that he's going to end up being a Solo, and I think Rey will end up being a Skywalker. Their last names, I mean. So we will still be carrying on the line of Skywalkers and Solos throughout the next few films. Again, just my theory, based on reading comic books and other things. Seems to me that Finn has the same texture going on in his shirt that they kind of used on Kylo Ren's figure. See if you can see that. Whoop. Finn comes with a blaster that to me looks a lot like the blaster that comes with the Resistance Troopers. I'm wondering if sometime in the movie he dons a Resistance Trooper helmet or something, and you know, we'll see that. You'll get to my hint and theory on that one when we see the Resistance Trooper. I opened one up and I'll do a opening video, or a compare opening video for him, you know. The detail, two-color detailing, lots of wash on this, so it looks like it's deserty and used. I like that on this weapon. It's pretty cool. Finn, again, arm rotations. You can move it up and down. He's got good elbow joints, spins at the elbow. Hands move just like any other Black Series figure. Head, not too much head bob up and down, but he's got a little bit. His jacket looks to be a completely separate piece. Curious if it comes off. Shall we try it? I think it'll come off. Yep. Now the question is, can I get it back on, right? Finn without his coat on. He looks almost like a little kid doing that. I want that coat back on. We're breaking his legs and arms as we try to get the coat back on. Luckily these things are stretchy plastic. The coat is anyway. I'm Finn, I got my coat back on. Feel like I'm all cool again. Alright, like cool in the gang, right? Finn can move at this joint, you know, all the way around, so you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm now in Spaceballs. Why didn't anyone tell me my butt was this big? He's got the double knee joint, so he can kick himself in the back. Psh, psh, ah. He's got some cool detailing, cool paint on the feet down there. I like that, you know, it looks like I've been running through the desert, you know. Finn's been running through the sand, and he's got sand all on his shoes and on his pants. It's just a nice touch to add that feature, or that little paint detailing, just to be like, you know, these guys were in real-world environments. The other thing I like is if you take a look here, his finger can go in the trigger, which if you know from some of my other videos, I really like it when characters can put their fingers in the trigger on their weapons. So there's Finn, everybody, from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And here we have Chewbacca from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. His head can move a little bit, but he's restricted by his hair, the way it goes down and stuff. Bandolier strap looks different to me than it did in the original trilogy. And I'm sure it can come off just as easy if you pop his head off or just sort of finagle it over his shoulders there. Again, Chewie has the same movement. He's got double the pivot joints on his waist and stuff, you know. So he can be put into a lot of different poses. Keep that up there. His hands can move in and out just like other Black Series figures can. Can I do that without getting... There we go. So you can see that they move in and out. Elbows move. He's got good leg movement, good foot movement. His feet, you know, look like Bigfoot feet. He's actually very much like the other Black Series figure of Chewbacca, but just has, in my opinion, a better paint job. He actually looks a little younger to me than the other Chewie, but when he's supposed to look older. He holds his gun a lot better. I don't know, there's just something about this one that I like better than the original Black Series Chewbacca. So if you haven't bought the original yet and you got the choice, pick this one up. You could use them for both trilogies if you wanted to, but I think this is the better Chewie of the bunch. So there you go. Rey, Chewie, Finn, and BB-8 of Star Wars: The Force Awakens 6-inch Black Series from Hasbro. I'm still digging the 6-inch Black Series figures. I'm hoping to get them all. It's it's tough. It's hard. It's a difficult collection to collect, but every single figure I open just wins me over more and more for this series, even at the $20 price tag, the $25 depending on which store you go to that I'm finding them at. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick and dirty unboxing. Wanted to keep it kind of short because I wanted to do all three figures at the same time. I just think they look good together like that, you know? And I have this strange feeling that that's how we're going to see them in the films. These three together a lot with BB-8 and Poe Dameron thrown in there, but I don't have a 6-inch Poe Dameron yet. Alright, thanks a lot for watching another Super Awesome Geek Show YouTube channel video. I encourage you to subscribe. Please leave comments if you can, if you got anything you want to say. You can find us on Twitter at Awesome Geek Show. I love tweeting. I love sharing. It's my belief that, you know, one for all for one. I'm just like the Three Musketeers, except I think there's probably like 800 million Musketeers of us now that think this way. You know, there's room at the top for everyone if we all help each other out. And if we be nice, be honest, be good to each other, we can all achieve greatness, you know, and maybe even change the world one little geek show at a time, right? Like that's gonna happen. But hey, here's hoping, right? I'm down, you know, done with wars. I'm done with violence, and I just think people should be nice to each other and help each other out, make everything better in a better world, a brighter tomorrow, where we can just sit around and play with action figures and do art and enjoy ourselves rather than having to worry and stress about every single day, right? All right, thanks a lot everybody for watching. Find us on iTunes. Look for Super Awesome Geek Show. Go to SuperAwesomeGeekShow.com and let's keep playing with our toys. Keep it geeky out there, everyone. 89 days till Star Wars Force Awakens. Can't wait. See ya.